was so scared. I thought this was gonna get stolen. So about a month ago, David and I filmed a video.
Nandito ka na naman, James. Please, I have a meeting.
Okay, yeah, sorry. My bad. David is one of the co-founders of TMIE Media, and I've been working with the Time team for about a quarter now, and it's been great. David is ridiculously consistent when it comes to producing content and posting online. He posts everything from educational, stories, and day-to-day life. His content is really entertaining. You should check out his stuff. All of his socials are down below. Like, he is the algorithm. Seriously, Meta, you need to tap into this guy. He knows something we don't. Seriously. I've learned a lot from David, Mason, Jason, John, Faraz, and Hassan. Him and the rest of the guys, I owe a lot to. David has been a big inspiration for me to post more content, not just for myself, but for my business as well. So much so that I pushed my camera to the limit when I shot this video. Yep, so my camera fell. You're probably wondering, what happened was that I mounted the magic arm right under here in a way that wasn't ideal. So the magic arm was like this, and the camera was like that. Now you can already imagine that if the camera is like this, that it's already not safe and very sketchy. The weight of my camera with the lens was too much for this to hold, that when I move this, it would nudge just a bit, and then eventually it just fell. There's this bump, this little separation here, that when you pull this, it goes up. There was definitely better ways to do it, but I just got too excited. It's honestly quite fine though. The LCD hinge, it's a little wonky, but it's fine. It's still functional. And I've used this for so much personal and client work since the accident, so it's fine. I consider myself lucky, especially from the height that it fell from. Let me actually show you with the V-mount off. When I close it, it doesn't fit perfectly. I just push it in and perfect. But when I pull it out, you could see that it's a little off. However, the insides of the camera, I don't even want to know. In this video, I will discuss lessons that I learned from the accident and follow along with personal stories. I learned a lot in this process. The first thing that I learned is, gear will fail, but your creativity, mindset, and ability to adapt matter most. The gear that failed in question, this magic arm. What did I do after it fell? I acknowledged it, secured it better, and continued to shoot. Honestly, I was just trying to keep it cool after I just dropped a couple racks on the ground, but it's okay. We made it work. My determination to have the video done kept me going. Another time this recently happened was during a product lifestyle shoot for Jet. I mounted my flash on a tripod in windy weather. And it got knocked over, leaving dents and marks on my flash. What did I do? I inspected the damage, acknowledged that it happened, and continued to shoot. Simple as that. Thankfully, it was only cosmetic. Even if something were to break, I would have had to continue to shoot because I don't need my client to see me having a mental breakdown. When things screw up, you need to pivot no matter what. Imagine you're on set with a client and an SD card fails or a piece of equipment breaks. You have no choice but to act quickly in order for this shoot to stay on schedule. Biggest rule of that? Be honest all the time. Some extra advice is always to have a backup, even if it's cheap. For example, you could get another flash for like $100. Or if you want another SD card that shoots 4K, V90, find the cheapest version of it and just have that as a backup. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it functions the same. The second lesson that I learned is pushing your limits to excel comes with risks. I trusted the magic arm fully, but without it, I wouldn't have been able to achieve the shot that I wanted. Even though my LCD is out of place, it was well worth the shot. Another time that I did this was when I shot an event at Lano's studio. We needed some sort of spotlight for the speaker. So what did I do? I put a f***ing light on a C-stand. I mounted it horizontally and pointed it down and tossed a couple sandbags on it. The whole time I was scared because I've never tested a C-stand like this before. The beauty of taking that risk is that I found a new technique in that. This helped me in the future because a couple weeks after that, I did a product shoot for the 25th hour and used the same lighting technique, which helped produce gorgeous photos. Quick shout out to Anthony and the 25th hour. They've been an absolute beauty to work with. We have some more things coming up in the summer, so stay tuned. You don't know anything if you haven't tried. The third lesson that I learned is that being consistent beats perfection. Keep creating if circumstances aren't perfect. Like David, he continues to shoot production even if his original idea wasn't implemented. I've seen this guy plan, shoot, edit, and post a video in under an hour. It's nuts how straight his priorities are. because his main focus is the message portrayed in the video, as well as staying top on posting. A couple weeks ago at Moz Studios, when I was shooting barber content, I forgot the proper mounting screw for my gimbal and had to improvise with a random one. The screw couldn't secure the camera, so I shot handheld instead. I wasn't happy at first because I intended to shoot with the gimbal the whole time. But the clips turned out great and I couldn't have been more happier. Another shout out to Mike, Allison, and the barbers at Moz Studios for the opportunity for letting me film. There are a lot of things that you can't change, but have to make do of what you can, because the more you chase perfection, the more behind you'll be. However, the biggest lesson that I learned out of all of this is that you learn from your mistakes. Plain and simple, fail a lot, but fail fast. The more you fail, the more you learn. And I learned that I'm never doing that ever again. Just like Henry Ford said, failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. This all happened and I still had a successful month. Even though it was a successful month, it came with its fair share of failures. On the other hand, came a lot of opportunities and achievements for the business. It wasn't the gear that made me money or close clients, it was my attitude. I'm not saying to risk your gear in every situation. Just take the necessary actions with caution. Weigh the risk, act intentionally, and act thoughtfully. All these lessons and mistakes made me a videographer and most importantly, a businessman. Without it, I'd be 10 steps behind rather than 2 steps forward. It's just part of the game. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of my journey, clients, people I've interacted with, and most importantly, my circle. This journey is something I wouldn't have been able to do without you, so thank you so much. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, comment, like, share, or subscribe. I'm diving into long form now, so I'd love to hear your thoughts of what I should post next. See you in the next video.